What's up, players? Welcome to the ELO Hell Confessions episode 1. And well, if you're in ELO Hell or above it, you know how much it sucks. This is gonna be like a bit of like an online video journal type deal that I'll be doing, and it's basically me just sitting there talking over top of my footage from my ranked games that I've been doing really well in. And so with that said, I've actually been playing a lot of ranked matches lately, which is just solo queue, and I've been wanting to get better, so I figured I'd let you guys come along for the ride. During the season, I'll either be giving tips or making notes of things that I've been learning along the way, things such as like positioning, decision making, item builds, etc. You know, all that sort of shit. So start with the basics. One of the biggest things that I learned so far is that I'm decent enough as a player when I'm playing AP carries. Ahri is my personal favorite, although Malzahar, Xerath, and Annie are all, and Brand of course, are all really good choices. I just personally find that I'm most comfortable with Ahri. Her mobility during team fights and laning phase is just vital. Plus, her combo is really easy for me to use. She just has a really similar playstyle to Ezreal, who I used to main a long time ago, and so transitioning to her is pretty easy. And so maybe that's why all those like sort of different factors are adding up, and everything's just smooth with her. But I also find though at my ELO, which is currently around 1100, and it's like 1150 or 1124 right now as I'm recording this. Could be wrong, could be crazy, don't quote me. But one of the biggest things though that I learned is that you can't rely on your team to do well. Just because of the fact that it's a mix and match assortment of people who think they're either amazing or they're super duper excited to be playing their first ranked match ever. They just hit level 30 and they're all like, oh, this is ranked, yay! You know what I mean? So most of the time, the majority of players don't make sure they're ready and qualified to play ranked, and they don't even try to improve when they're playing ranked. So it's kind of something just to watch out for. So if you play a champion that you're comfortable with, you'll be a lot better off. And in Champion Select, I've been calling out where I want to go immediately, because otherwise people are just going to be dicks and take it. And then you'll be forced to play something else. Like a few times, actually, I think it was only 2 or 3 games, I didn't say I wanted mid fast enough. Or like some guy was just like, no, I'm mid, fuck you. And like, you know what I mean? Or it's like if I'm like last to pick, and some guy in like 3rd position takes a character to go AP mid but doesn't say anything all match, even though like the very like a few seconds after we got into Champion Select, I was like, hey guys, I'm gonna go AP mid, preferably as Ahri, so please don't ban her. And then they go ahead and say like, no, I'm mid, fuck you, you it's like, you do something else. It's like, oh my god. And then later in the game they tell you they're Brazilian, and then it all makes sense. I'm joking. It's not. I'm not actually racist. But anyway, call out where you want to go, because if you can't play AP solo mid, like I do, take AP Sai on top. He crushes everything. It's just amazing how well you can do with him. But anyway, that's not the point of all of this. It's not the point. Not the point. But you need to be able to play well on your own. Like if you are making really good decisions by yourself and in team fights you are making all the correct moves, chances are you and your meat shields will be able to win the team fights if you are that good. If you're able to clean up really well, or if you're able to land like your combos just flawlessly and you're in perfect position and everything, chances are your team fights will go a lot better than the other team, just because typically speaking everyone at our ELO kind of sucks pretty much. Another one of the main reasons I play Ahri in solo queue is that, again, I'm comfortable enough with her, is that I know how she works, and that I'm also starting to pay more attention to things where it's like surviving ganks, and with Ahri I can weed out a few enemies before and during a team fight. So if you're playing a champion that can eliminate other players from the fight quickly, you're good to go. Especially during poke wars. Ahri's initiation is really good during poking, so all you have to do is just land your charm once, throw your combo on him, and if the rest of your team jumps on him, it's perfect. It's almost an instant 4v5. And during the season, I'll also be letting you know of any changes in my attitude or opinions on champions, team comps, or even just like generic situations to be in. And one of the biggest changes though that I noticed myself is that I've become less critical and reactive and more analytical and adaptive. Guess that's why I'm a rapper. When playing ranked, there's always a feeling of pressure on me because I'm basically responsible for the ranking of myself and 4 other people. So I noticed I've been paying a lot more attention to things like the map. The mini map is huge. That's what you need to pay attention to. Like if ever I see the jungler is ganking top, I'd position myself closer to the bottom bush and mid, just because that way the jungler will either have to run all the way around or cut through my lane to try to gank me. At most times, like 9 times out of 10, the jungler's just gonna sit there in the bush, sitting there waiting like, oh come on man, just come a little closer. But if you never do, then he's just wasting his time sucking out the experience from mid lane, and it just sucks, right? It sucks. And I've also been buying wards for mid, which is something that I've never done before because I don't have to worry about it before when I was playing normal matches. My mindset has changed a lot. It's been more focused on surviving and getting kills when it's an opportune time, not just whenever I want. That's something I stress for a very good reason, because turret diving is also something I've been doing a lot less because it can throw me at a huge disadvantage if it backfires, which is something I don't want. You want to have control and then a huge advantage over your lane, so the more kills you can get while living means you're going to be getting a lot more experience and gold much more ahead of the other person. So if you can like out level and out farm the other person that you're laning against, you're good to go, baby. You're good to go. And I've been learning fairly good control of my lane, as kind of mentioned before. My creep farm has been improving, as well as my harassing, and I don't always go balls deep when I harass, but when I do, I know for a fact that I'll get a kill, just because of the fact that you don't want to be burning down your mana constantly, and that's how a lot of times like people can get ganked and shit just goes wrong. Shit goes really wrong. Another thing that I noticed about myself though is that I'm thinking more for the team. I'll now be more than happy to let an AD carry grab a kill if he's doing really well, or even if he needs to catch up in gold. Like if he's been denying and stuff like that, or been denied rather, and he hasn't been doing all that well and he could really use a kill to grab like a bloodthirster or something, by all means baby, go ahead and grab it. I let him do it, you know. Trying to recognize and play on my role is an essential concept that I've been trying to work on, and playing as a caster, things like that and positioning are very important. So I've been staying a lot more in the back. I haven't been leading the charge like I used to, and I guess that's why my ranking is 1100. I've been staying in the back and whittling down their other team. It's just the way I play. So far though, I've been having a lot of luck. A lot of my matches though, I went like, or 2 out of 3 of my most recent matches I've been going legendary. I think it was one game I went like 14, 1 and 12 or something crazy. I've been doing fairly well in ranked matches if I get to play Ahri, but if I'm playing someone like Xerath, it's not as good just because I'm not as comfortable with them. Don't know how to play them as well. And I've been just trying to work more so on my decision making and getting myself killed less and less. So I'm trying to survive more, make better decisions, all that sort of shit. But that's it for now. There'll be more to come. Hopefully down the road I'll actually have some insightful advice. But for now, all I can do is just let you know about what I'm learning as I go. So until next time, it's your move.